Alright, it's week 4, 2021 fall anime. I've been liking these shows so far, catching up with all of them. Cool episodes and a bunch of cool stories. So let's start off with Takt Op Destiny episode 5. So yeah, this was a cool episode, mainly because we saw a lot of new characters. The squad basically we're going to New Orleans now, so I think our destination we went to Las Vegas, so we're going a little south and then up north. So they're basically driving in the desert and attacked in Destiny, and then they get a flat tire. So then while they're trying to repair it, Destiny senses some D2s around. So she goes and fights them. The thing is, she kind of randomly ends up on these train tracks, and then she sees a train coming, which stops, and inside the train is the company Symphonia. So yeah, apparently they were actually looking for Tact and Destiny. They wanted to see if they were a threat, since they were kind of like an unnatural Sympho gear, since they were kind of like an unnatural music art type of combo that sprung up. The thing is, it was so convenient that this happened, but it was pretty cool because we met a bunch of new characters. The main one is this dude Felix, who's kind of like the head director of Symphonia, and he's like this blonde-haired, smooth-talking dude. He seems like pretty rich and powerful. There's also his music art Hell, who looks pretty cool. I saw her in the OP, and now we actually get to see her. She has some cool, nice, colorful suit, very unique character design, and cool white hair. So yeah, she's pretty strong, as we'll see later in this episode. Also, there's this girl Valkyrie who has a sword and a shield. She's also pretty cool. She's 100% tsundere. The thing is that she doesn't have a music art. She doesn't have a conductor. So it's revealed that if you don't have a conductor controlling you, no one was compatible with her yet, and your power gets drained faster since there's no one kind of channeling it. So yeah, she's really strong, but she also has an issue where she can't find a man's. Although Tak kind of puts the charms on her later, which we'll see. Also, after meeting all these characters, there's kind of some tension in the air. Oh, Tact and Destiny, they're kind of unnatural, so they're trying to keep an eye on them. They're like, oh, you're an unregistered weapon, basically, so you got to be careful. So then after that, they get into trouble a bit because there's a lot of D2s attacking the train. So they go to stop to repair the train, and then Valkyrie and Destiny go fight them. We see Destiny doing this cool fight scene where she kind of destroys the cliffside above, and then all the D2s get crushed. A few of them kind of make it through though, but then they beat them. The thing is though, there's a big boss D2 coming in, and then we see Hell. So she's the one that we finally get to see fight. They save kind of the minions for Tact and Destiny to deal with, and then Hell just shows off with the big boss D2. And then yeah, her weapon is kind of roller skates, so she kind of just maneuvers with her feet and then just kicks people in the face. So yeah, cool fight scenes as usual, and the story. They're kind of introducing more characters, showing oh, who's evil, who's good, and then planting more seeds for stuff to happen in the future. I think they make it to New Orleans in the end, so I wonder what the next stop is for our squad. But yeah, this episode was pretty cool. In the end, it was kind of funny because Felix offers Tak to join him, and then Tak kind of refuses. I was like, bro, what did you think was gonna happen? Of course, Tak won't join you that easily. So yeah, there's that. Also, he kind of fires Valkyrie because he doesn't need her bodyguard duties anymore. So I kind of feel sad for her. What's she gonna do? Because she doesn't have a conductor, so she's kind of just chilling by herself. Maybe she'll join Tact and Destiny and the squad, but I guess we'll see. And now for Mushoku Tensei, Part 2, Episode 6. This was a very good episode. Probably I think this is my favorite episode out of all the Mushoku Tensei, just because of this is so real. The family makeups, it's kind of funny because once an anime has slightly decent character development and story, it's wow, okay, this is on top of my list. It's that easy. Just have a good story. But yeah, it's a good episode where the family makes up. There's not too much action, but just kind of conversation between Rudius and his dad. It was just really cool. We see Rudius's dad his point of view, he got teleported, he got separated from his family, and then it was him and his daughter. So yeah, he's pretty tough and capable dude though, but we can see it's taking a toll on him trying to adventure, travel, protect his daughter, and then rescue everyone else. So we see him just gradually drinking and just getting tired. So yeah, this whole situation's kind of hard on him, just having everyone teleport. Rudius finally understands him, kind of apologizes, and they both appreciate each other, appreciate the family. So yeah, just a really cool, heartfelt episode. The family makes up, just very powerful, kind of real characters they're showing. Obviously, there's the isekai tropes and everything. Rudius is just being super OP, even though he's 11 years old. But yeah, it shows that they're both kind of growing. Rudius sees that in his past when he was a shut in, one of his only friends that was trying to make him feel better Rudius kind of like alienated him and made him mad. We can see a lot of like Rudius's past, just like he's trying to like fix himself for the better. So overall, yeah, just like a cool episode where we see both sides of the story. Rudius's dad Paul making up with him, and then now they're like going on their separate adventures. Basically, Rudius is gonna take Eris back to the kingdom. The thing is, like everyone in the kingdom got teleported as well, so like they probably won't have a good time there. It's probably gonna be some tragic ending there. And then Paul's probably gonna do his own thing. We also haven't seen Roxy and everyone else in a while, so maybe they'll play a part. But yeah, just like a very strong emotional episode. I love how anime, it doesn't have to be action packed, animation heavy, or fast paced. It can just be like chill explanation, and you get a lot out of the characters that way. Okay, so for Ousama Ranking episode 4, this is a crazy episode. So much shit happens. So yeah, we're out here. Boji goes on an adventure with his two friends. One of them is the sword instructor Domas, and the other one is like one of the queen's bodyguards. So then yeah, they're just like relaxing, pretty kind of like cool, like kind of montage of them. They're all in some random like kingdom city. They're all like looking around and stuff. Rudius lost his bag, but he recovered it. Just one funny thing though is Rudius kind of falls in a hole and he meets this weird hunter guy that lives by himself in a cave. And he like seems crazy, like he's like high and trippy. Every time he's like hunts a monster, he like does some ritual dance. He also has a crown on his head, so he might be some king. And you know how this anime is called King's Ranking, so there's like more than one king. There's like probably like a couple hundred of kings. So then after that, speaking of kings, we see Daida. He's getting ranked. So we see like this ranker. He has like this cool kind of clown mask on, and I guess he's gonna assign Daida a rank. The thing is, Daida's ranked pretty low. He's like, I think he's in the 70s, and Daida wants to be number one. So yeah, I guess it's because he's young and inexperienced. So maybe that'll play into his motivation. Maybe he'll be like super evil, but I guess we'll see. Cause yeah, some other shit happened this episode. Basically, Boji, he went to the gates of hell. So apparently there's just like this big rift crater in this world, and it's the gates of hell. So I guess like good tourist attraction to visit, I guess. The thing is like there's just like fire shooting out of it and everything. And then Domas is like, "Alright, Boji, let's take a closer look." Boji follows and looks, it's pretty cool, but then Domas pushes Boji down the gates of hell. So Boji's just falling in this giant hole abyss. The thing is, we don't really see him die, so he might have just like grabbed onto a cliff or something, and he's probably fine. If he did fall into the gates of hell, maybe Boji's in hell and we'll have adventures in hell. But this is so crazy. Like I know there's demons and stuff in this world, so yeah, hopefully Boji doesn't die. So I wonder like how he's gonna get out of it. And then Domas like instantly regrets what he did, so I wonder why he did that. Like I wonder what his motivation was for that, because he didn't seem to be working for Daida, but like I guess maybe he is. Also, Daida, he kind of wants to get stronger, so he like trying to recover the king's body, which is like in the basement of the castle. So that seems kind of like suspicious. Like there's like some definitely some devil shit going on here. And then Daida also had a dream when Boji fell into the gates of hell. Like he saw that Boji was like hope, and on like in the bottom of the Pandora's box that Daida's about to open. So yeah, like shit's going bad. I really need more episodes to like kind of satisfy my need for the story, because a lot of stuff happened this episode, and I'm like very excited to see next episode to like kind of see like the aftermath of all the shit that happened here. Okay, so for Mieruko-chan episode 6, another great episode. It's very Hana focused though, so that's pretty nice. It's kind of like the sunshine, like the glowing happy ball of energy that kind of like destroys all the spirits with her like glowing aura. So first they go cake shopping. Hana finds these cute cakes. The thing is, Miko, she kind of like gets all creeped out because there's just like spirits around them. So yeah, that ends pretty quickly. The next day we see her like trying to hang out with Miko. The thing is, like, she gets distracted along the way, so she has to rescue this dude's dog who got like stuck in this abandoned haunted building. So she kind of goes inside this like destroyed haunted building. It's pretty creepy. Like she's trying not to be scared, but yeah, she's doing it to save the dog. It's funny how oblivious she is. She's just like running, trying to like be positive and stuff, even though like there's just like spirits following her that she can't see. The thing is, she has like this aura protecting her, which is like pretty crucial. Oh, it's funny. This also explains why she gets all hungry all the time, because the aura, when like she kind of like kills a spirit that touches the aura, it kind of like makes her hungrier. It drains her energy, so she needs food to refuel that aura. So anyway, there's kind of like big ass scary demon with a bunch of eyes following Hana throughout this episode. So Miko finally sees it and she gets all scared, so she's like, all right, we gotta exorcise this demon following Hana, because he's literally like kind of attracted to her warm aura and wants to like kind of like fry demons and eat them, like she's some type of barbecue grill. Anyway, so they go to a shrine with a lot of power, a power spot, you could say, and then they kind of like donate money and then say their prayers. It's really funny though, because like Miko's like so scared. She's like, oh, nothing's happening, this isn't working. And then thing is, two more demons come. They're like these little mass spirits of the shrine, and they go try to exorcise the demon attacking Hana. The thing is, like, they're pretty weak, and the demon gets a lot stronger and bigger. So then even another demon comes while the sun was like setting, and it was like this big ass strong like god protector of the shrine. Miko kind of doesn't know what's happening, so she's all like kind of she doesn't know if this like protector of the shrine is good or bad, because that's kind of like this big tentacle mouth. But the thing is, it kills the demon attracted to Hana, and it kind of like blesses Miko. It's like, oh, I'll protect you 3 times. So that's kind of interesting. It gave Miko some blessing. She doesn't know what it is, but it's a blessing that lasts 3 uses. So is it like 3 demon attacks or something? Because then, yeah, that's a pretty big power up. But overall, yeah, just more suffering for Miko. Like, it's not getting better for her, it's getting worse. But I love the Hana story we had. She's a great character, cool, carefree. Nothing really deep about her, but I love her happiness. We all really need that type of happiness that Hana has in our life. Okay, so for 86 season 2, episode 6, a lot of more crazy stuff happened this episode. Basically, the biggest one is San Magnolia is basically destroyed. It kind of got destroyed off screen, but we see Lena and her kind of squad, Annette, and everyone else trying to like fight off the last remaining area they have. So I wonder what they're gonna do. Apparently, like they have a railgun we saw last episode. These legions. So yeah, I think it's one of the shepherds. It might be Frederica's protector. Yeah, apparently he has like this big ass railgun, so they gotta like deal with that or everything will be destroyed. So yeah, Shin, he kind of reveals that he has the power to sense where all the legions are attacking from. So the army, they kind of make it so Shin goes to the front lines to fight, and then it's like, yeah, all the 86ers are going to fight, and then like their protector, she kind of like is like complaining because it's like, all right, why are you sending 86 there? None of us are expendable. Like we wanted them to have a peaceful life, but now they're just like gonna die in battle like because they said there's a low probability that they'll survive because there's like so many legions attacking now, like they're like multiplying in numbers. So yeah, basically, long story short, we're sending the 86ers to the front lines. Maybe Shin and everyone will like be the head of the spear, probably slow down the attacking forces and maybe like do something like pull out a miracle. And then the 86ers, they have like no problem with this. It's like, oh yeah, we're born to do this. So I kind of don't like the theme they're going for here in this season, where it's like, oh, the 86ers got rescued, and now they have like a choice, oh, a life of peace or like dying in war or battle. It feels kind of childish, like, oh, you have one choice or the other, but they're kind of hammering that point home. So, yeah, I wonder where we're going to go from here. How many people are going to die? What's the aftermath of stuff that's going to happen? Because we haven't really seen a lot of like Lena and San Magnolia. So, yeah, hopefully we get more. Okay, so for Platinum End, episode 5. So yeah, we saw Metropolitan last episode go off. Here Mirai, he was like about to like kind of rescue the girl that was gonna get killed, but then Nase kind of stops him by flying in. So then yeah, Mirai doesn't reveal himself, and then the girl gets killed anyway. So yeah, rest in peace. Metropolitan Man killed 3 people in the stadium and one extra person in episode 2. So my man's basically killed 4 people so far out of the 13. So including him, there's like 7 still alive. So after that, they go back home, and then Mirai and Saki, they get visited by this dude with terminal cancer. He's another god candidate, and his name is Nanado. So he has terminal cancer, so he's about to die. So he's like, oh, I'm not fit to be a god candidate anyway. Like I stole money to give to my family. So then the thing is, like, he's a clothing designer, so he like designed some cool battle suits for them. So I wonder what if that's like a theme gonna happen. We're gonna wear like cool Sentai suits and fight. But yeah, anyway, he wants to help the other god candidates basically fight Metropolitan Man because Metropolitan Man's like super evil so far, super greedy, and he's like super OP. We see that Metropolitan Man, he can give away arrows to other people, so the fact that he's doing this, he might be giving them to evil people and then they're gonna wreak havoc. So there's a lot of setup for some like evil shit, murders, and like other stuff happening throughout the city. And then we also see this crazy girl just like shooting other girls with red arrows. So I wonder if she's also a god candidate. But yeah, anyway, the dude with terminal cancer, we see like his angel. She's like, she has knowledge, so she knows everything. And we see that the white haired dude's angel is like this girl that like wants like she kind of rose to the top. Even though she was like a unranked angel, she became like the top ranked angel. So yeah, it kind of fits his personality. They just want to be on top, be strong, be like kind of evil. So yeah, anyway, we see him outside of his Metropolitan suit. He's this white-haired school kid, and then we get his motivation where he wants to bring back the dead because he lost his sister. So that's what his main goal is for a god candidate. But he also wants to do things like kind of change. He doesn't want simple goals. He wants to like kind of change up the whole world. So yeah, we can't let this guy be the god candidate. He's so evil. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff happened this episode. Cool setups. We see the actual characters outside of their battle suits, and then we get introduced to more god candidates. So yeah, Metropolitan's super strong. We get some setup for like some like more kind of side villains showing up, I guess, and I guess Metropolitan will be like the main villain. All right, so for Komi cannot communicate, episode 4. A pretty funny episode. We see like kind of this crazy stalker girl showing up, so Komi becomes friends with her. The thing is, she kind of kidnaps Tadano this episode. So yeah, she's about to murder Tadano, and then like she kind of used that opportunity to sit next to Komi. Yeah, she's super yandere and wants to like have Komi acknowledge her, but Komi, can't talk. So yeah, she just kind of glares at her, and then they kind of like go to her house because she invited her to their house. The one issue is though Tadano was like tied up in her closet, so he kind of shows up, and then they got all scared, and then they run away, and then they're like, "Bitch, I ain't gonna be friends with you." Komi kind of writes because she can't communicate. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna choose my own friends." And then the next day, Komi says to Tadano, "You shouldn't be friends with me anymore. You shouldn't hang out with me. It's dangerous to your life." And Tadano like kind of copies Komi's line, and he's like, "I'm gonna choose my own friends." So yeah, Tadano being a Chad, and then Ren kind of apologizes as well. Najimi kind of like helps her apologize, and then yeah, we get a new friend, Ren. I don't know if she's a great friend because she's kind of like the type of like popular girl that is like just talk shit in her head behind people's backs. So yeah, I mean everyone in this anime is crazy, so she kind of like fits the bill. So yeah, I guess she's another character helping Komi with her mission to make 100 friends. And yeah, it's pretty good pace so far, very funny and very exciting. And yeah, that's it for this week. I actually saw like this anime, The Ultimate Paladin, which is pretty cool. Like it seems kind of generic, like generic fantasy, but there's a bunch of cool action in it. Also, yeah, Sakugan's pretty good so far, so that anime continues. The isekai where like the dude got reincarnated into assassin. After watching that episode and watching the Mushoku Tensei episode this week, it just made me feel so bad. Like I know not every anime has to have like a cool story. It could just be generic isekai and that'll be fun. But oh my god, the comparison with those episodes was just like ugh. Because the assassin anime just seems so kind of generic and childish. But overall, I'm gonna keep watching. So yeah, let me know what your favorite episode this week was.